organization, institution, or individual. Freedom FM 87.9, your best choice.
Nobody plays more music. Absolutely nobody.
From Central Monrovia to Yours Terry.
Freedom. He said, I'm joining to go see to the whole minister to get money to the store that will go take it from there. I said, my man, how many bars for the same leisure?
Then how can the police catch you now?
The police before the man called me back, I was on the 18th. They more.
The same man now.
Yeah, the same man.
The same man who want for you to go steal.
Yeah, he called me on the 18th.
Yeah.
Now in the around about 8:30, the man called me. He said, "Oh, my man, I'll let you be and call you back again."
So that time you go to work?
I go to work.
You leave from your working place, you come to the man.
Yeah, I'm from to my working area to Clarence to now go to the man.
To go steal now?
No, I'm not go steal. I go to yeah. How you question me, man? The thing you want for me to explain for you to understand, then you still questioning me, doubling the question. How many talk clear?
I beg you, sorry.
I say
when they call you in the net now.
When the man call me in the net, he asked me, say, how many of you are working to the area? I say we are 3.
You told the message you're 3.
Yeah. So he said, I want to give you tea to carry to
the message you want to give you what?
Tea. Hot milk tea.
Oh, milk tea.
Yeah.
For you to drink.
With bread.
The bread.
3 pieces of full bread.
With egg inside.
With egg inside my butter. So when I carry it to the man, say carry it to the man. When you give it to the man, then you must come back to the car.
So the food make you now carry now so you can go convince your friend now.
Yeah. When I give it to the man, the man say thank you. I say okay. The man say, oh, where you going now? I say, oh, I'm going right. So one of my friends called me.
Yeah, the same man you going to now.
Yeah, the same man.
The man tell you say he want for you to go steal.
No, yeah. So when I go to the man, he say clean the car. Then they are 2 now.
In a jeep.
Then they are 2.
A big jeep.
Yeah. Black BG, photo G. Yeah. So when I clean the car now,
air condition all inside.
No, Papa, you can't wait for me to spin. I'll leave the whole town now. You can judge people.
I just asking you a question, sorry.
You can judge people like can here.
No, I'm a journalist. I beg you, sorry.
The way you double in the question, can I say when I move from here, I'll free? Can I say when I move from here, I'll free? You said one talk again. I wanted to mean the whole talk clear to you, but you double in the question. Hi, looking, then you want force another more word there again. Why not be looking to the top? I'm not going to talk again. And said they call me to the office of OSP.
I think you explained to me that you come to get paid. You say you carry the tea to the man. After you carry the tea to the man, and you come now. So what next now?
And for me, I'll not there.
Nobody, you getting very. You say asking you too much question. Hey, there's me things. Say make your egg and bread. You bring it. Okay, sorry. Now I say sorry now. Okay, sorry.
If you
I will not ask you the question again. Okay, sorry.
When I give you answer now, then you.
Okay. Explain again. I'm not asking you no more question again. Okay, let's go ahead now.
Go to school. The English say I'm naming the English.
Okay, sorry. Now I say sorry now. Sorry.
Say Ali, you take that. You take that.
I'm taking time. Okay, sorry. Okay.
Say I can take that to
explain.
So I supported Joseph Parker, knowing that by 2023 you'll be tired. Okay. Knowing that 2023. You'll be tired. You could have a good heart, everything good, but the brain is going down. You're not holding the end. You're moving down the hill. This is nature. My father, right now, I buy him pamper. Every day I gotta buy a pamper. There's a man who bought me pamper before. Mm-hmm. I'm buying him pamper now because the time has reached. So I thought the old man could be president in 2017 and run for this. And he himself said it. He said, when you win, you run for one term. He himself said it. I agree with him. 2023, no, I disagree. In my mind, he should rest.
A profound sense of gratitude and humility. It has been an honor and a hearing to. there with sitting down with happiness. You go write paper for that 79-year-old man. He's talking to me. Then you go there. I will tell you that nation. I will tell US. I will bring 1.4 here. Because you think 1.4 I will translate. By the time the open of bring, when you come to the
when you elect a clown and you think that he will be a king, what he does is to convert the kingdom into a circus. This is what we must deal with, and this is what we must say. Who do we elect into our public offices? Because, as I've said before, when you allow hyenas to take care of goats, why should you be surprised when the goats are eaten? This is the same. And Africa is only going to realize our potential in all areas when, by dint of choice, we enable and allow our best men and women to serve in different areas. I've heard it being said about Lee Kuan Yew in Singapore. I've heard it being suggested about Mahathir Mohamad in Malaysia. I've heard it being said about Japan. I've heard it being said about other countries, but there was a conscious decision on the part of those individuals and the followership. We always talk about leaders, but we never talk about the followers. The followers must also style up. Africans on average are for some reason attracted to thieves. Africans are for some reason attracted to men and women who cannot serve her. And when they are not served, then they complain. When Africans are told, choose you now whom we shall release, Jesus of Nazareth or Barabbas, they say, release Barabbas. And when Barabbas behaves like Barabbas, they say, why are you not behaving like Christ? It cannot be done.
In May of 2001, signed a second of two executive orders, number 13213, Defense Exhibit D310, in which it was stated, and I quote, the government of Liberia's complicity in the RUF's illicit trade in diamonds and its other forms of support for the RUF are direct challenges to the United States foreign policy objectives in the region, as well as the rule-based international order that is critical to the peace and prosperity of the United States. Therefore, I find these actions by the government of Liberia contribute to the unusual and extraordinary threat to the foreign policy of the United States described in Executive Order 13194, with respect to which the President declared a national emergency. This executive order did not say the alleged complicity. It concluded the complicity. The conspiracy was born, all systems put into motion, and here I stand today. I never stood a chance. This is the broader contextual matrix that regrettably did not and still has not seen the light of day in these proceedings, despite the gallant efforts contextual framework behind the charges against me. Now, with the two executive orders, the dogs were let out, so to speak. What followed was a dispatch of the attack pack led by Lieutenant Colonel David Crane, Defense Intelligence, 30 years, prosecutor. He, Crane, unlawfully unsealed the court's sealed indictment to his handlers, senior U.S. government officials at the U.S. Embassy in Freetown, and was never held to account. The rest of the operational team are Colonel Brendan Hollis, Defense Intelligence, CIA, U.S. Air Force, Senior Trial Counsel, and now prosecutor. James C. Johnson, U.S. Army expert, 20 years on conventional and special operations, Chief of Prosecutions for the SCSL. Alan White, 30 years, Defense Intelligence, recalled from retirement to head up investigations at the Special Court of Sierra Leone. Stephen J. Rapp came on board as chief prosecutor for a short time with experience from Capitol Hill, where he served with the U.S. Senate Judiciary Committee sometime before. It came as no surprise to me that as a reward of sorts for Stephen Rapp's diligence in the execution of U.S. foreign policy objectives through these ad hoc tribunals, he was appointed U.S. Ambassador at Large for War Crimes issues. In support of the contextual framework of politics, on February 8, 2006, Lieutenant Colonel David Crane, prosecutor, appeared before a U.S. Congress Subcommittee on Africa, Defense Exhibit D404 and spelled out in clear terms the decision taken in support of regime change, seem out of the local and regional dynamics that is West Africa. Second, tie any financial and political support to good governance in Liberia. Time does not permit, but the exhibits are present. Not even the Nigerian nation was spared from threats and intimidation, as explained by Femi Kayode, press secretary to President Obasanjo, the Nigerian head of state, who was with him in Washington when President George W. Bush promised, and I quote, to bring Nigeria to its knees if Taylor was not turned over to the special court. And what happened? Obasanjo buckled and capitulated. Now, this demonstrates the significant pressure that was brought to bear on President Obasanjo, irrespective of his personal and leadership obligations to the West African sub-region. And therein lies the dilemma for current African heads of state and government, but how to enter into binding commitments and obligations with the African pairs and remain steadfast, resolute, and unyielding in their fidelity to those agreements in the face of such unrelenting and punishing pressure from powerful.
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your slumber, stop sleeping. Whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your. Come on, come on, come on. I know y'all sleeping now. Y'all gotta wake up some more, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. So much.
And this is where we can always engage in deep spirit of motivation, courage, strength, determination, focused, firmness. To engage those that need to be engaged on the pertinent issues that border on our country's growth. A patriot must always be ready to defend his country against his government. Edward Abbey, an activist, strong dissent, moral courage, patriotism, chief organizer of series of protests in defense of the state. Somebody said those days there were men of courage, men of wisdom. Today, we are very few individuals still around willing and courageous enough to continue to engage our oppressors. But we are not discouraged. We are not weary. And we shall never get disappointed. Squeeze our tails between our behind and run away from Joe Barker and his government. If he does good, done well, congratulations. If he does wrong, we are going to beat on him with strong courage. If he decides to politicize everything he does in the country or every action the government takes in the country, we will play according to his standards. That is why we are here. This is why this is Freedom Hard Talk. We talk the hard way and the hard issues in the interest of our people. Let me say a very, very pleasant good evening to all of you across the country. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to those of you in the diaspora, our friends, our fans, our followers, our critics, and even those of you who do not like the things we say and the way we say them. It's good to have all of you joining us tonight. Today is Tuesday, the 11th day of November 2025. Just too many things to talk about. Do you know that after we beat and whip and flog and chastise the government's proposed $1.2 billion budget, GAFA put his tail between his legs, ran back to the legislature and withdrew the budget. If you did not know, the draft budget has been withdrawn by Gafwan.
So why? The government should lie. Why? But that the question that we ask.
So yes, the Ministry of Finance folks have withdrawn the budget. They say, oh no, you're bringing it back. Let's go post something in the East. I will forget about something.
So, the people lie to us.
This is why some of us should always be around to checkmate them, their actions. So now we await the return of the budget, of the draft budget, to the legislature. When that is done, we shall never hesitate to continue our engagement and critique of that instrument.
We tired with the promises that let us do all our damages.
So today I saw a video from the Bomi County Senator Edwin Snow talking about casino and alleging that he had received some information from people, some including his constituents, that the state-run ELBC has opened a casino at their facility.
You use us and little abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that the question that
yes, it's something that we need to talk about, and we are going to play you his recording so you hear exactly what his concerns were. Whatever the case, this is Freedom Hard Talk. Tonight we are asking you a question at 9 o'clock. Do you have confidence in your government? Do you have hope in your government? Do you have any expectation that this government can deliver or will deliver on your behalf? If you have that expectation that your government will deliver on your behalf, we are going to announce 3 separate numbers tonight for only Liberians, not any other person but Liberians, to call and tell us what they think with a proposal or the intention of the government to propose a $1.2 billion budget, whether they have any hope, or whether that has increased or giving them any hope. That the government is going to deliver on their behalf.
indeed, and now you need to deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrates us.
This is the size and shape of the show tonight. A number of cases of former government officials are languishing before the in some cases before the full bench of the Supreme Court. The case involving Councillor Jonathan Folanti Kofa and others in the Capitol building arson case. We've been informed that case is going to begin on the Friday of this week. And there are other developments from the coast that we think we should give you tonight. This show is proudly sponsored by Crime Stopper Liberia in association with other partners. So let's take a walk from our sponsor, Crime Stopper Liberia, and a commercial break from with a message from the Armed Forces of Liberia. Then we can run into our discussion.
My people, your hello.
Hello, Mr. Chairman.
Tapla, why is the news today again?
Well, the news is that the AFL is getting ready to recruit qualified and interested Liberians to join the army early 2026.
Chair, thank God, we have been waiting so long for this time, Tapla. Let me call my children Krubo and Wimanga, yeah?
But wait, the AFL is not just taking anybody.
Why you me again?
Chebo, the recruitment process is free, no money business. You have to be a Liberian citizen from 18 to 35 years, be a high school graduate or college student, and must have your WAEC certificate. The AFL people say, no WAEC certificate, no Johnny AFL, yeah? You must be physically and mentally fit. It means be well and strong, yeah? You must not get bad human rights record, criminal record, or other bad behaviors. The AFL people say they will check for all I want to.
So, Tapla, all the things you talk, that all?
No. To prove your citizenship, the AFL people say you must bring your national ID card, voters registration card, Liberian passport, birth certificate, or certificate of naturalization. That one there, that the people who were not Liberian citizens, but they say they won't be citizens for Liberia, they get a document from the court. 2 passports have photos, white background, health certificate from any recognized health center, but it has to be within the last 3 months of your application, yeah? Any other relevant document you get, AFL people say bring a vocational certificate or diploma. Can't we?
Wow. Then it means my children, Krubo and Wimoga, are qualified, yeah? But where will these children go to apply now?
Chebo, the recruitment exercise will take place in 4 regions. The central region, that Monserrado, Crane-Bassa, and Magibi counties. The recruitment center will be located in Monrovia, Monserrado County. Then the western region, Crane Cape Mount, Bomi, and Bapolu County. The recruitment center will be in Tottenberg, Bomi County. Northern region, that Lofa, Bong, and Nimba counties. The recruitment center will be in Banga, Bong County. Then in the southeastern region, that Grand Jide, River G, Maryland, Grand Crew, River Cess, and Sino counties, yeah? Because the counties plenty over there, we will have 2 recruitment centers. One in Zedru, Grand Jide County, and the other one will be in Harper, Maryland County.
But Tablao, you are my friend and brother, and you are a big man in the AFL. So I will recommend my children to you so you can help them enter the AFL.
Oh, Chebo, I want too big. AFL people say no recommendation, yeah? In fact, AFL people say you must be careful with any AFL soldier or civilian who tell you, say, give me money so I can help you to join the AFL. That one there part, that lie. AFL people say, whether you AFL big man or small man, if you recommend anyone, they will sack you from the AFL and disqualify that person, yeah? The high command of the AFL assures the public that the recruitment process will be strictly based on merit, yeah?
A message from the armed forces of Liberia.
If you're ready to go, if you're ready to go, see them all, see them all, see them all, see them all. It's about musical. There are crimes in many places. In every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime, you will report it. Don't take law in your hand for the right authority. Girl, you can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a you must talk it, I mean you cheche. You wait for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior.
Thank you very much, OMSM Sion. Let's talk. Let's see who some of you joining us tonight on the show. and then we can move into other issues. Oh no. Okay. Yes, we can do it from here. Okay. So Man Water Ability is joining us tonight. Ezekiel Weyakoli is joining us tonight. Clady Addison has joined us. Prince Shafa is joining tonight. Henry Toll, welcome to the show. Stephen Yagadi has joined us as well. John T. Suddenly has joined us as well. Saturday, Wondu is joining the show tonight. Abraham Mohammed has joined us. Jack Vab is following the show as well. Vinicius Junior Bar, James Sofley, Matthew Yonlo, Moses Bisi. All of you, welcome to this edition of the show. Mohammed Balo, William W. Wulu, Matthew. Okay, yes, Matthew, we recognize you from Grand Cape Ban County. Soiree has joined us tonight. Mohammed Sharif is following. Welcome all of you. Asata Dawson is joining. Janji Morgan has joined us tonight. Christian Segbe is joining the show. Eric Doe, Alison Tere is also following. Jerry Sintukpa has also joined us. Terry Sikwe, welcome. Samuel Kofi Woods Jr., welcome. Emmanuel Bro, welcome. Elijah Jacob, welcome. Abu Abu Adam Ahmed, welcome to the show from Accra. Abraham Kruma is joining. Tarawali Kim is also joining the show. Bobby Gibson, welcome. Patience Womble has joined us. Bobino Dadino is following. Agatha Glasgow has joined us. Stephen Fala, Prince Jimmy, Alaska P, Prince Benu Kamara. Welcome all of you. Nathan Jabadia, Marcus Simone. It's good to have all of you joining us tonight. Velma Macintosh Clark from Norway, Tina Cooper from the US, Tommy Johnson from Sando. All of you, welcome to the show. Navarius Hazard Nagbe, welcome. UJ Dave, Sheton Dipe. All of you, welcome to the show. Kaifa Amadou Timothy Eltier, Canis Kani, welcome to the show. Today is your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Canis Benedict Yanti, welcome from New Kutan. Edward Zibi, welcome to the show. William Masakwe, all of you joining us tonight. Joseph Neil, Stephen Fala, Magio Bagali, Prince C. Jimmy, welcome. Marcus Jide, Edwin Shema, Jiba Kamara, welcome all of you. Ambassador Walton Bushu, Morgan Jr. It's good to have all of you joining us tonight. Let's go to some other important issues to talk about. So I will begin with our anniversary that is slated for the 15th of this month. That is on Saturday. Some of you may be aware, we have been informed by the organizing committee that the program is going to begin as early as in the morning hours. Because like I said to you on yesterday, is going to be a mixture of different activities. We're told that there will be other finger games, like Ludo, check-up, and all of that. So yes, it's a mixture of different activities and different happenings. We told you yesterday that we are going to be there. There are some of you who have seen us before, but you have not seen us for a very, very long time. There are some of you who have never seen us in person before. And there are some of you who have seen us on camera, but not in person. So it's a mixture of people that will be in Nikutan on Saturday to grace the occasion. We have organized 2 games. Freedom FM staff will play the fans. Freedom FM fan club on Saturday in kickball and football. I don't know the schedule for the Ludo game or any other thing, but I'm not too sure it's going to be institution to institution. So yes, so it's all about Freedom FM at 9 years old, and so we shall be there on Saturday. So it's going to be a basic. It's going to be a basic weekend for some of us, but we will try. We will see what to do. Yeah, again, Saturday on and now will be tired, but yeah, let's see. So, listen to Joe Braga. I want to play something for you. Listen to Joe Braga when he returned from the country. When he returned to the country, sorry. I need you to listen to this one. After the presidential press secretary informed us that Joe Braga was on an official state visit to Paris and the UAE, the president came by and said, "No, I didn't go on an official visit." Okay, so let's listen to him. He said he didn't go on an official visit. He had gone on a personal visit to go meet some of his friends, some business related, but it was not a state visit.
Great. Okay, so Mr. President, we know that President Emmanuel Macron did invite you, but the UAE, was there an invitation, sir?
Yes. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gone there. Invitation, not very official, but in charge.
You hear the old man? Oh, Jesus. Let me play this thing again.
Okay, so Mr. President, we know that President Emmanuel Macron did invite you, but the UAE, was there an invitation, sir?
Yes. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gone there. Invitation, not very official, but in China that we appreciate.
So, the journalist is asking Joe Braga. So, Mr. President, we are aware that even though you went to Paris, but it was not on the invitation of the French president, Emmanuel Macron. That means the government acknowledged that the president of France did not invite Joe Braga to any state visit. He did not go to meet the French president on an official state visit. Is that you passing through Clary Allison or state? They call Clary, where are you? I'm passing through your state though. Yeah, like, can I stop to see you? Hey, I think I will stop to see you. Where are you? She said, I'm home. Okay, what's your block in your house? Give me your address. She gave me your address, and then he stopped to see. So the video, the UP folks were running all around way in the country, parading all around in the country that, Braga is giving extraordinary treatment in Paris. That was an intruding trip. He intruded in the schedule of the French president. The French president had already had his protocol set with all those security details and formalities already for him, for the French president. So Braga called the French president, the protocol to the president that, I'm in your country, and I think it will look nice. And the French president was like, I'm at a phone show, blah, blah, blah. So let's see how we can put you in the protocol. And that's how the protocol people were able to negotiate and squeeze Braga in the protocol. That's why you saw he was transiting. But the same UP folks made it to appear like Joe Braga had gone to Paris at the invitation of the French president, which was not the case. And when we told you that Braga's mission to Paris was undisclosed, was unclear, this is the reason why. So they ran all around after our president went and embarrassed the French president by intruding, forcing and begging them to include him in his protocol. And the people could not have sent all their protocol relaxed their protocol because Joe Braga was around, and that the protocol was not for him. So the message you have to take home is that the protocol you saw Joe Braga in all the convoy, that protocol was not for Joe Braga. There was already a program organized for the French president and other delegates. So Joe Braga had to go beg the people to squeeze him in the protocol. That's how you saw this operating. Since the president or the president of Liberia is already here, let's see how we can squeeze him in our protocol. So he enjoyed the privilege of the French president. And they shot videos, throw it back to Liberia to convince you, to make you believe that Joe Braga is so influential in Paris, he's so respected in Paris. That's why they are calling him such a protocol. Yes, the mentally he was not on official visit. Yeah? Amen. Oh man. Amen. Amen. Oh, stop. Oh. Okay. Yes, listen.
That President Emmanuel Macron did invite you, but the UAE, was there an invitation, sir?
Yes.
So he has already agreed to the journalist's statement that the president of France did not invite him. So there was no dismissive response from the president or any of his propagandists. Now, to the UAE, the president also was never invited by the state. That was also not a state visit to the UAE. He went on a business trip. Eh? So listen to him. This is probably trying to probably try about in the beginning. We try about in the beginning.
You know that President Emmanuel Macron did invite you, but the UAE, was there an invitation, sir?
Yes. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gone there. Invitation, not very official, but in China that we appreciate.
Invitation to the UAE, not very official, but through channels that Joe Braga, appreciates. Sounds fun, but foolish. It sounds fun, but extremely dummy. Look, when you are not, I don't know why these people try to make governance to look so difficult for the younger generation. That is not the case. And the only reason why you see governance is looking so difficult for the older generation right now, that they are experiencing huge challenges in solving some of the fundamental problems we're faced with, is because of insincerity. That's all. Because of insincerity. We hate to say the truth in this country. We hate to hear the truth. We hate to say the truth. We hate to admit. And this is what Joe Braga is doing here. For him, admitting means he's lazy. Admitting means he's weak. So he is supposed to try to lie or to deceive you and make it look like there are other official channels, even though not the state, even though not the UAE, but there were other official channels connected or close or approved through the UAE monarch to have him in the UAE, which is not the case. Mr. President, yes, we did not go on official visit to the UAE, but we had to meet with SYNC, we have to meet with HPX, we have to meet with ArcelorMittal. Well, just say we have to meet with Total Energy. Just say what you went there for. Yes, we had an official meeting, engagement with Total Energy in Paris. So we had to make a stop here to interact with them. And we also had an official interaction with Ivanhoe or HPX in the UAE. So we had to stop here to have a conversation. This does not make you a nobody. It does not make you a nobody. And Joe Braga, I always say this, the reason why these guys are trying to squeeze themselves into the UAE and Paris to make it look like it is a state visit, or it was a state visit, is because they think they are in competition with George Weah. And I say to them every day, you guys are not into any competition with George Weah. Joe Burger and George Weah are not in the same league. They are not in the same age. They will never be in the same age. They will never be in the same league. No, it's not possible. They are not in the same league. And they will never be in the same league. You went to school for agriculture. You say you did agriculture. You became LPMC and you became Minister of Agriculture. As an agriculturist, yes, that's the highest in our Liberian or administrative structure. It means Baka reached his peak as an agriculturist in his career. George Weah also reached his peak in his career, but Weah became president before you. Weah funded a political party that he's been able to manage over the last 20 years. Baka does not have that history. Baka, who is a traditional politician, does not have that history. Men funded the CDC. Men and women resigned from the CDC. The CDC is still the biggest political party in the country in terms of numbers. And we can argue that number. So George Weah and Joe Burger are not in the same league. They are not in the same league. So our UP friends have the honor saying that, hey, and I will keep reminding these guys, focus on governance. There are mounting challenges in this country. You are so focused on George Weah and the CDC and his former officials to the extent that you are you're engaging into lies, unnecessary lies, unnecessary propaganda that are not helping you, and they will never help you. Oh, because George Weah went to Paris, so yeah, Baka too went to Paris. Oh, from then he went to UAE, so from there too, Baka went to UAE. On what? On which arrangement? Weah went to Paris and the UAE on an official state visit at the invitation of the president of Paris, of France, Emmanuel Macron, and the crown prince of the UAE. Baka want to negotiate with Avanhoe and Total Energies. Then you want a private business, a private business trip. So he was compelled to try to fix things, but it didn't fix. It spoiled. He pressed chakla. So those of you who were watching the video and seeing Baka in police escort and all of that, the convoy and all of that, I know you might be disappointed where you are. But that's what I said to you yesterday. Just stop rushing to accept or believe or share anything that comes from the Unity Party folks. These guys have built a system or set a standard that 85 to 90% of everything they do and say is propaganda. Squarely propaganda. They are not interested in governance. They have less interest in governance or in governing this country. They are more concerned about doing the wrong things and using intellectualism to convince you, or using propaganda to convince you or attract your attention to their propaganda. That's all. A real system that is interested in governance will be less concerned about propaganda. We had to wait for the next 6 years, but we know that the message is resonating with the people because you are experiencing for yourself. So, like, this the old man himself telling you that he did not go to Paris on the invitation of anybody. He went to visit. You want to have a whole meeting with the Total Energy people, Avanhoe people. And as a matter of fact, so there's something about Avanhoe that we have to talk about. You see, And I think we can leave this casino thing from here busy because for me, it does not make sense anyway. So that's their business. We can talk about issues. The US government, let's be reminded, there are journalists, Avanho is working, or let me say HPX, the public, or we have received reliable information that Avanho is doing business with some journalists. And the business they are doing, we are all talk show hosts now. So we sit in our gatherings and all of that. We sit in our different gatherings and all of that. So we hear things, we know things. So Avanho, we are aware that you're doing business with certain journalists. In fact, you're giving them money. You're giving them $1,500, $1,800, $2,000, $2,500 in some cases to journalists. Okay? For PR. Now, listen, let me say this to you. Companies coming in this country or industry coming here to do business with the media is no wrong. When the business or transactions are legitimate. When you go to a radio station and pay for your jingle to be played or your ad to be played, that is a legitimate business. When you go to a newspaper to advertise your brand, since you are coming in the country, you want people to know that there's Avanho or what Avanho is involved into. You want to go to a newspaper to put your logo on their pages. That's legitimate business. But when you start paying newspapers and radio station people to castigate ArcelorMittal or read propaganda stories about government officials only because you're targeting ArcelorMittal, then it makes it dangerous. It means it says to us that you are treading a dangerous path. And we have to be careful. We have to be extremely careful. We are treading a dangerous path. The US government just released our business climate report on Liberia for 2025. And like I said to you the other day, I will keep making reference to some of these very critical reports that have been released on Liberia, so we keep in our minds that these things are still happening. That very report accused government officials of soliciting bribes. It means it raised an alert to, or it sent an alert to companies coming here and wanting to invest. Because government officials alleged or reportedly want bribes or soliciting bribes does not mean companies or investors coming here must pay bribes. Because the next report that comes out in Liberia will be telling the US government, you can't be releasing report on our country and ignoring the other party. Because the government officials are soliciting bribes or demanding bribes does not qualify for Avanho or any company to accept or to bow to the pressure from the government or the government officials to give bribe. Because under our laws, he who solicits and gives, they are all equally guilty of corruption. You're taking $2,500, $1,000, $2,000, you're giving it to talk show hosts to go talk for you. And these people are being directed by government officials, some from the Ministry of Information, who to talk to, who to do business with. I have held conversation with some media colleagues, including some executives of the PEL. These things are happening because we do not have a strong advertising law in this country. And we need one. We do not even have one. So let me not say strong. We do not even have an advertising law in this country. And we need one. People come here, they do not even advertise. They open their businesses, their firms. They do not advertise with They do not advertise their businesses. In Ghana and other countries, it is compelling. It is compelling that before establishment, prior to establishment, the people, the audience, the consumer must know that there is a brand. There is a new brand. And the consumers must know what the new brand is going to be engaged in. Because the Ghanaians believe that the consumers must consume or go for what they know. They can't be buying. You can have goods and services in the market or in the economy that the people, the consumers, don't know. They're just buying out of ignorance. In this country, we consume out of ignorance. That's why in countries like Ghana, Kenya, let me just say East Africa. I know about East Africa. I know about Ghana. I know about I don't know much about Sierra Leone, but I know about Ghana. I know about Nigeria. They have laws, advertising laws. In fact, the laws in those countries compel people to advertise. Some say after every 3 months, that is after you should have advertised the business before establishing it. Or Austin management firm, he said we'll be engaged into procurement, we'll be engaged into corporate communications, we get blah, 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 blah. We're hiring all these things. They are necessary. We don't do these things yet. So any company can come here and just give bra around, just sit down. Nobody knows what they are engaged into. Do you know how many occasions people pass in the same office? You see in a particular office, and they don't even know what the people are doing in that office. To the extent that some government officials or some government entities that are even regulators do not know what these people, what kind of business or businesses these people are doing. They just establish their offices. Nobody advertising. Nobody advertising prior to establishment. Nobody advertising after 3 months or after 6 months. Their goods and services. People want to do manicure and pedicure in the country. Many people do not even know where to find spas, where to find these things. Because nobody is advertising it. Nobody. I mean, you know, I can go do my manicure. I mean, you know, I can go do my pedicure. I mean, you know, I can do my massage. You know, because nobody is advertising in the country. Nobody. So anybody can come and just open a spa, studio, or a gym here. Somebody, oh man, I play a gym. Oh, I play a spa. But I play a gym and spa. Because why? Nobody is advertising goods and services in this country. So the consumers are consuming at their own risks. They are consuming at their own risks. Something that they are supposed to know. They are supposed to be aware of what they consume. You know, that's why when you look on the beverages and all the other stuff that are established, that are manufactured, even the clothes we wear. Look at it, they got a manufacturing tag on the clothes we wear. You will see what the clothes is made of, the combination. So they 30% cotton, 20% this, 15% this. You know why they do that? That's the consumer right to know. The consumer must know what he or she is buying, is going for. The water bottle, you look at the water bottle, you see everything on it, the information. On the water, you see the nutritional information. 5% H2O, 3% salt, 4% this. You see, so you know that you're buying water that has salt in it. If you are a pressure patient, you will not want to go for that water, right? Because you are rare on it, you know that it has salt in it. If you're buying Coke or soft drink or stuff, you know that this soft drink has sugar or is sugar free. If you read on it, if the information is on it. So the consumer is buying what he or she knows. The consumer is aware of what he or she is buying. And they say, when you put that on the water bottle, there are people who can read and write. So you are supposed to advertise. You are supposed to advertise it. That is it's a form of awareness. You are not just advertising because you want to give. It's safety measure. It helps the Ministry of Health. It helps the Public Health Institute. It helps the EPA. All these people to know, it helps to ease their work. Because when you advertise a water, for example, on the radio, Health Ministry folks will hear it, or EPA people will hear it, or NFA people will hear it, and they will, the thing people talking in our advertisement are true. You go buy that water and you bring it here. Let's test it. Let's test it and see whether the calcium in the water that true, the calories in the water that true. Let's test it and see. These are some of the significant reasons why advertisement is essential in serious countries. And I have been one of those in the media pushing for Liberia to enact an advertising law. That's how the media makes money, and that it builds the independence of the media. Because if you're advertising, all we have to do here is sit down and build our platform, build our coverage, expand our coverage. We'll not go begging you to come and advertise, because everybody will want to advertise with a station that has wider coverage. And when you're naming the first 4 or 3 radio stations in the country, Freedom FM will be there in terms of coverage and listening audience. So if we had a strong advertising law, you rather think somebody will be telling you, don't get your goods to Freedom FM to advertise, or don't get your service or your product to Freedom FM to advertise. No, they wouldn't be telling you, because if they truly want to make profit, Freedom FM has an audience, and a huge audience too. So they will come here to advertise. That will help to strengthen and build the independence of the media. Regardless of our political criticality, we will still be able to stand and make money. And the more we stand, the more we make money as a result of the law we have. Look, it will increase our courage to mount pressure on the government to do the right thing, because the government will know that these people cannot be easily compromised, because we have a law that compels businesses operating in this country to advertise with Freedom FM or to advertise with media institutions. And Freedom FM being an entity that has one of the biggest and widest coverage in the country, obviously these businesses are going there to advertise, so they are financially strong or comfortable. So they will not be able to listen to us. Because they will not listen to us, we the government, we have to do what is right. You see the impact of having a strong advertising law in the country? You see the impact of having a strong advertising law in the country? It's just one of many reasons. Another thing I will close on is that when you go to I will name the countries that I have visited, right? You go to Ghana, you go to Nigeria, you go to Togo, then you go to Morocco, you go to let me not go to Europe. You will never see Ivory Coast. You go to this country, you will never see foreign images. You will not see foreign images on billboards. You will never see foreign images on billboards. When you see a foreign image on billboard, probably that company is an international brand that has a brand contract with maybe one of these stars, that Ronaldo and Messi. Then that's the only condition. That's the only way. That's the only way. So there's DSTV. You see DSTV in Abidjan, because I saw that in Abidjan. You see DSTV. You see all the different football players in group on the billboard. But like what we have, Beer Factory here, we have Aqua Lab here. According to your needs, advertisement for you. We have G-Fire. All these companies are here. They come here. They don't want to use local brands, local films, local talents to advertise their brands. They prefer using foreign images to advertise their brands. And even in the countries where they have all local images advertising on their billboards, the foreign images that are used, they use under restriction. They use under restriction. If you are a Windows, for example, Windows Incorporated, if you want to advertise, you use local footballers, or use journalists, or media people, or musicians, or entertainers. But you will not go take Ronaldo picture take Zlatan Ibrahimovic picture and put on your winners billboard in Liberia and say you advertising Winners Incorporated. Do you see these betting companies? They are found in the habit of advertising foreign images. It's wrong. It should not be acceptable. That's why we're not selling, we are not marketing any potential in this country. We are not doing so. We're not doing so. We go for foreign images. So in some cases, without even their consent, we just take them and place them on billboards. See the milk we bring out, the milk, the over tea. All these foreign images, they're on the milk and over tea. Yes, I can understand from the production standpoint that these people may be having some of these over teas they're not producing in your country. So they produce in their countries. Their countries have laws that promote local content. So obviously, if an over tea is produced in Nigeria, obviously you expect a Nigerian image to be on the over tea, right? But when you come here to advertise the over tea, you can take just a cup and put it on the billboard. You can use a local image to hold that brand or to hold that over tea and do the advertisement and place that local brand on the billboard. That would not be a crime. Because at the end of the day, that local talent here will be advertising that over tea or that milk and not the person's image on the over tea can. So there is a way out for us to do these things and just expand our service industry. Tourism. Who are those advertising for companies, for imported products in our country? Who are those? Go to Jungle Water and see all the things they import in the country. The biscuits, the mayonnaise, the butter, the flour, the rice, just everything they import in our country. When they decide to advertise, they can take take the bag or the cup and do the graphic and place it on the billboard. We need a law that will stop all of that. Somebody say we are an import-based economy. No, that is not an excuse. Because we are an import-based economy does not mean when we import those goods or those services, we can use local talents to advertise them, to market them. We can use local talents to market them. That's why we have the radio stations, the newspapers, the talk show hosts, the continuity announcers, the musicians, the movie stars, just everybody. That's why we have people here. Use them. And pay them almost good. I know you may not have the 10, 15,000 to pay like other countries are paying, but the 1,000, the 800, the 700, depending on what is in the contract, will help to elevate or promote the image of these films, of your films, your talents in your country. So, I thought to mention that because it was necessary. Now, the men went for your budget. They went for your budget. And I'll tell you why. I will summarize why they went for that budget. Yesterday, while on the radio, this is the text I received from a deputy minister. Let me get the text. Minister okay. So he said, good evening, my man. He said, good evening, my man. Your conversation on the radio last night about the budget was smart in many cases, but you were unreasonable in your criticism of the government. No government wants to. He said, proposing just the fact that our analysis after our first year, just the fact that after our first year, we're able to make a strong case by proposing a 1.2 billion, by raising the budget to 1.2 billion, says a lot. That's progress. The progress might not be physical or physically seen, but that's progress. Also, you need to understand, I need you to understand that proposing a 1.2 billion budget obviously says that the government spending is going to increase. What I think we should be having conversation about is where the monies are going to be spent. And in my mind, your conversation fell short of this. Minister blah blah blah, he said. Then this morning, that was around 12 in the morning after I left, I went home. He sent another text saying, interestingly, after your conversation and after all of the other criticisms, the budget has been withdrawn or recalled. You see, there's a guy, I don't know, I think one or two persons called yesterday on the show to say they are Unity Party people or they called to disagree with me and everything. And there's a reason why I didn't respond to the other fellow, and I'm sure he's listening, or I hope he is listening tonight. You see, some of us, we are not the loudest talkers, or we may not be seen as the loudest, shouting all above our heads to satisfy you in the public. Say, oh, they making talk. No, we do not come here to satisfy you that we can talk. We come here to inform you, to educate you, to raise awareness. That's the essence of this platform. This platform is a platform of consciousness. We raise your consciousness on some of these critical issues and activities happening in our country. If we were not, or if we had not engaged the government and sounded so radical, but on the issues about the draft or proposed budget yesterday, the government would not have withdrawn the budget. So you should be asking yourself, why is the government withdrawing the budget? Why is the government recording the budget? A media colleague, in some other country said today, oh, the budget is a proposed budget or a draft budget, and so yes, sending the budget to the legislature without proposing an amount of without attaching an amount for asset recovery and the War Crime School office, the legislature can go do it. Then I called him. I took the phone and called him because I tried educating him, and it seems that he was not getting the point. So I decided to call him. I called him and said, let me tell you something. You can be a political science person and you want to discuss public financial management issue. You will not make sense. The only person you'll be making sense to will be yourself. Because people who went to school and even those who did public administration, they did government budgeting. So they know, or they are supposed to understand the technical issues or the fundamental issues. Those who did management, obviously, they did public finance and financial management. And when you do financial management, you go deep into budgeting. So you will understand that is if you go to school good now, if the school now go to you and you go to the school, it means you understand these technical details. So it means a government will not sit down and just talk anything or say anything about the budget, and then you come here and accept it. No. Some of us is not possible. An instructor said to me, why are you doing management? I said, Chief, I started doing plenty of journalism training, going through plenty of journalism training now. I got journalism certificate and training. I have to balance it. The conversation in our country, our environment is driven by what the government does. And mostly what the government does is start to economic issues. And the interest, the focus is on the budget. Because it is the budget that determines where we go, what we do, how we do it. So for me, entering this field of management will definitely expand my understanding if I want to continue being on the radio. Besides that, with my emphasis, I'm able to go sit down somewhere, anywhere. As a financial analyst, I will sit down anywhere and work if I do not want to be a journalist. I can sit down somewhere as a manager if I do not want to be a journalist. And I will have challenges, but my challenges will be institutional challenges. You don't say the man, you know what are you doing here. So some of us can find out will not just talk about budgeting or call one big 1.2 billion figure, then we start running behind here and start feeling scary. Because we know where to go and get the real information from, and we know how to communicate the information to you. So some of us will not follow him. We just sit down and listen to him. Oh, we've increased tax. And they are not telling you that they have increased tax. And if tax is increased, as for assuming GST here, because GST is increased now to 25%. You don't even know that the government has increased GST to 25%. You do not know that government has increased corporate tax to 30%. You don't know. And you don't even know what that means. And in the next 5 years or 4 years on the UP, you might not even know what that means if you don't have people that are also on the radio informing you or telling you these things and explaining these things to you. You will not understand. So you will think, oh, government paying road. Oh, government giving 20 million to you. But you don't know you're not concerned about where the government is taking the 20 million from or how the government is going to raise the 20 million to give it to you. Then the US student can also start celebrating. Oh, government give us 20 million. Then ask yourself, what is the tax rate as indicated in the budget paper? What is the personal income tax? They will need to know. Because if you are making your salary and you are paying 25% of your salary, and the government is increasing your budget and increasing support to you, who do you think paying for it? Who do you think will be paying? You will be paying corporate income tax, corporate tax and personal income tax. You, the people that you paying. Let me tell you how you paying. Because we wouldn't have discussed this tonight if the budget had not been recalled. But the fact that the budget is recalled, we can discuss this. So we'll place emphasis on the corporate tax and the personal income. You are going to be the one bearing the burden. Before you celebrate your government, ask certain questions. When you hear the government say, okay, we have increased teacher salaries, where is the government taking the money from? Ask them. When you hear the government say we have increased support to health, ask them where are they taking the money from? It's about increasing your salary. Because the government will increase your salary, but the government will give you 25% salary increment, and then they deduct 25% of the very salary that they have increased. And when you go do your math, in essence, you wouldn't be experiencing any increment because they have increased personal income tax. And that's exactly what this government did. That's exactly what this government did. So all of you civil servants, don't start shouting and celebrating that the government has increased income tax. Increase your salary. No, firstly, what is the current PRT rate or percentage? You will ask your HR or ask your controller, what is the current PRT rate? Ask them, say, what's the current PRT? Ask them. The businesses also, before you start celebrating that, oh, the government will do the government has done, ask yourself, what is the current corporate tax? That 30%, that 30% you're paying on profit. 30%, or depending on your enrichment with the LRA. So you have to understand these things before you start running and celebrating this government. Look, this government is smart in stealing. I can give them that one. I can't take that away from them. They are extremely smart in stealing. So what they will do, they will come to you and tell you, they set the salary structure, for example, say, everybody making $200, $150 below, you will not pay tax. Let me repeat. The government can say, everybody making 150 below, no tax. So 150 below, no tax. NT. So because you're making 150 in 2023, you are not paying tax. They were meaning they were not deducting money from your salary. This is just an assumption. Then they say 1 cent over the 150 will apply 5%. So say 1 cent, so mean $150, 1 cent. They apply 5%. You gotta understand this is a technical issue. You gotta understand before you start celebrating that government increase your salary. Then you say for $150, you're not paying tax on it. The moment you start making $150 1 cent, you mean you're paying 5%. From 200, from 151, from 151, from 151 and $51. Sorry, $150, $150 1 cent to $200. You pay 20%. That's a 20%. PRT. From $20, from $200 to $250, from $250. So when you're in the 200 range, they say, okay, you're paying 20% income tax. From $201, you're paying above 20%. So for anybody making $201 upward, you pay, let's say, okay, let's do 18% here. Let's do 18% here and do 20% to 201. So from 201 to 300, they say we pay 20% income tax. From 301, from $301 upward to $1,000, to 1,000, they say you're paying 25%. So why am I breaking this down, breaking these figures down like this? Because that's how they tax the personal income tax, is structure on your salaries. And this tax is paid on your earnings, your salary. Your personal income tax is paid on your salary. So, Osikawa making $150, he was not paying tax. I was happy. The morning, boom, my 150 come in my account. I carry, I go home. I will enjoy it. I buy day, I buy my children, I pay my children's school fee, everything. Yeah, right? I'm not paying tax. Then we start complaining, oh, the government won't increase our salary. The government doesn't want to increase our salary. The government doesn't want to increase our salary. The government runs. The government increases the salary. The government says, okay, we'll increase the salary to $200 each, meaning nobody will be making 150. Everybody, the least pay will be making or 200. You know what that means? It means you have left the bracket of 150 where you are not paying taxes on your salary now. You have crossed or reached the bracket that you have to pay 5% on your salary because you reached the 200 threshold, the 5% threshold. So apply 5% on your on your $200. You will not celebrate. You will not go celebrating. Someone else me tell laughing. Sure, you will not celebrate. It will be like you're working and paying almost the same money back. But so as your salary increases, the taxes you pay on the salary increases or goes up. As your salary increases, the tax you pay on your salary goes up or it increases. So before you celebrate salary increment, ask for the income tax on that salary or for that bracket. Because you might just be making $300 and paying maybe $30 every month on taxes. The moment your salary goes to 800 or 900, you start paying 25. When you apply 25% on $800 salary or $700 salary, your might drop down to 500 or blah, blah, blah. Then you gotta pay NASCO, you gotta pay this. When they finish deducting all those social security from the salary, boom, it's almost there. You didn't experience salary increment. And this is what the government did. The government is considering increasing your salary to fit it within the bracket of the PRT. So government will say, you know what? Since all civil servants were making at least 150, let's increase the personal income tax in the TD categories from 200 up, you pay 5%. For 200, we pay 5%. For 250 to 300 or 400, you pay maybe 10 or 15%. And from 600 upward, you pay 25% or 20%. Some of you apply the math, you say, I don't want salary increment, that is still. But this is what the government is about to do. So when you see the budget and say, oh, your salary has increased from 300 to 350, or government added $50 or $100 on your salary, ask your comptroller or your HR for the taxes that you'll be paying on that increment before you come to the public to start celebrating. But guess what? They will not allow you to be the first to come to the public to celebrate salary increment. They will be the first to come to the public to celebrate salary increment because they already know what they have done. Because they already know what they have done. So they say is that, we'll still get the money back. So they increase their salary, we now say, we scope political grade, and when we apply the personal income tax, we get our money back. We get our money back. So it be like we didn't lose. So Yahoo, when texting me, oh, the government say they come and increase our salary, the government say they come and increase our salary. That ain't there for you. You see, the government will do the budget. They are going to adjust the budget to suit or to fit in these technical details that they didn't have in it. And it's going to affect, this budget will not work for you. The budget will work for the elite. Increasing budget does not give you any guarantee that you are making progress. That is not an indicator that your economy is growing and your economy is doing well, your economy is performing, and lives are being elevated. No, that's no guarantee. These guys are only raising that budget for political celebration or political clout, and then shift those monies to Joe Braga pockets, to Katumu Weller or Bags, and to Joseph Braga or Joseph Braga Jr. and Tama Braga Jr. for their useless beating and the carry on. That's all. This budget will not increase for you. The students will cry. The health workers will cry because the budget will not increase to serve them. No. The health workers will cry. The teachers will cry. You, the students, you will all cry because the budget will not address anything significant. The farmers will not celebrate. We told you the other day what Ghana has done. We told you Ghana has increased, Ghana has announced a 50% royalty to cocoa farmers. Meaning, if you sell 1 ton of cocoa, 1 ton, if 1 ton of cocoa is sold for $50, the Ghana government will give 50%. Meaning you the farmer get $25. The price on the world market, not the price in Ghana. So if you farm and harvest your cocoa, and the government ship to Europe, and you buy 1 ton of your cocoa for $50, the Ghanaian government say they will give you 50% in interest. Meaning the government will make sure that you get 50% of that money on your cocoa. What has Liberia done here? What is Liberia doing here? What is Joe Burger doing? Is Joe Burger talking anything about agriculture? Is Joe Burger, do you see Joe Burger celebrating anything about agriculture? Do you see his government officials celebrating or talking anything about agriculture? Have they told you what is in the proposed budget for agriculture? Maybe particularly rice production or cocoa farming. They have not said anything to you about agriculture in the budget, and they will not say it to you because nothing there significantly addressed any program or highlights any program about agriculture. So they carry the budget back, and I bet you they will bring it back, and they will do some shifting in that budget to agriculture, to war crime school, because the public pressure too was on them. The international community folks reach out to them. The pressure on them. How you give us assurance that you are prepared for this war and economic crime school thing, and you propose a budget and increase the figure. Increase the figure from 800 million to 1.2 billion, and there is not a cent allocated to war crimes code. Where is your government's commitment? The commitment you made on Inauguration Day. The commitment you made to the U.S. president. Where is that commitment when there is not a cent allocated in the budget to run the Office of the War and Economic Crimes Code? You say you are fighting, you are retrieving assets. The office needs to be run. How do you intend to run the office of the asset recovery when there is not a cent in the budget? It means everything you do is all political. You just work on one money, amateur way. You very 12 of finna, you go to court, use the code is already PC, weak than anything, weak more than rubber band. And you just go to the code. You don't have to even go to the code. Just send the person in. This is Austin Kawa. This is Oliver Khan. This is Alexa. Please go ahead. Draw up an indictment for them. They will see them walking. The people will see them. We saw how they said that they didn't want billion now. We want to know how they got the money. Boom, they could issue indictment. That's the amateur thing that I also used that global man call and said, someone I think from Maryland say what he doing down there. Sit down and people using him. Those of you who are global people, should be ashamed of that guy from asset recovery, Clamante. You should be ashamed of him. You guys should be ashamed of Clamante. To say, global man, it's difficult to spoon feed or micromanage a global man because I know most of them. I grew up with most of them. To micromanage them is so difficult. To manipulate them into doing the wrong thing is so difficult. Buffer Chimas with all I think he's one person I can make reference to just see a global man that you can easily manipulate into doing the wrong thing is so difficult. To see that other man say he's global man and he is allowing himself to be manipulated by Joe Burger, a man that can hardly walk, a man that hardly talks, is manipulating you, Clamante, a global man. And you are allowing yourself to be used like a baby boy, like a kid, like a tool, like an old rotten wheelbarrow that you can tie a rope on and be holding. Look at the disgraceful thing that happened. Supreme Court people supposed to go to court. Five members of the bench, they are supposed to go to court. Serious economic case involving economic sabotage, money laundering is before you. An appeal is filed before you. And the excuse the court is giving today that, two associate justices did not come to work. So they couldn't hear the appeal filed by Samuel Twe. What does that say to you? does that say to you that these guys are fighting corruption or they are targeting people from the the UP government, or the CDC government? That's what they're doing. Because to end this, the guys are so brave. I don't know what that's bravery or that's ignorance or arrogance. 2 associate justices did not go to court when a serious petition or motion is before them. And they didn't go to court. Then they did not even have it. They came in the public to admit that we could not hear this information or we could not hear this motion because 2 associate justices were absent from court today. This is Liberia. Welcome to your country. And no one, their grandma and grandpa in their homes. The grandma and grandpas in their home go to court and they say they're not going to court. You know why they didn't go? It was all planned. The November term of court just started. Because the court can open the second Monday in November. Because they do not have any evidence against Tue and others, and they want to continuously manipulate the case and keep them in a country that they cannot travel to go to their family, they cannot do anything. And so they say they deploy a delay tactics. Imagine how irresponsible people can be. At the level of the Supreme Court, you have men and women. Daily minutes more. Eh? And they sit their butt home and did not go to work. All in the name of politics. All in the name of politics. All in the name of politics. People are sitting, Liberians. They need to work. They need their names to be clear. And you say you are using politics to damage or destroy them, and you call that politics. That person is going to zoom in or any medicine man to kill your ass. On a serious note, because if that happens to me, I'll go to medicine man. I swear. If gonna help, I'll go to medicine man may help and kill you and destroy you. Because before you attempt to destroy me, I destroy you. I destroy you. But God does not sleep. You see the man they call God? He can never sleep. They say God is slow to anger. He's slow to anger. But his decision is never compromising. All of you people who are orchestrating wickedness, all in the name of protecting your business interests or protecting your political interests or your political side, trust me, some of you will die. There's that other one who they call Scott. In Dompa, that's where some of you will die with your eyeball open. Some of you will die begging for mercy. And there will be more Annie Johnson Sirleafs who will refuse to give you mercy. I am prophesying that tonight. If you know you're in this government and you are a good person, you're doing good. I'm not talking about your stealing business. Your hand is not into any political maneuvering to strangulate people or destroy people for political reason. You are safe. But if you are in this government and you are using your power, your authority to destroy other people, to destroy families, to destroy parents, all in the name of politics, trust me, you will die begging in dumb sats for mercy. And there will be no Annie Johnson Sirleaf, or there will be more Annie Johnson Sirleaf who will deny you mercy. Y'all go ask Ginny Scott. Y'all go ask Ginny Scott. Then you saw him die near a dumper begging for mercy, and there was an Annie Johnson Sirleaf to say, you, mercy deny. I can never give you mercy. Because she knew, and she knew, and she still knows what she went through at the authority of Ginny Scott. At the authority of Ginny Scott. Yet, the Bible said we should leave that with him. But at times, God said, no, give me difficult now. Because sit down and imagine the pains that families are going through, all in the name of politics. And so the two sides will fight on earth. Thank God said in heaven there is a hell, there is a stuff. So God will decide what to send people. But this what is happening in the country is complete nonsense. You just grab people and responsible people, decent people, no evidence, nothing. Don't get me wrong. If you have evidence to prosecute people, good, I clap for you and support it. But from all indications, you do not have evidence. In many cases, you torture people to manufacture evidence only because you want to incriminate people and destroy them. And you said tomorrow when you are laying near dumpster and dying, crying for mercy, people should give you mercy? No. When you lying down tomorrow, crying for forgiveness, people should forgive you? No way. There will be nobody to forgive you. You will die like a rotting dog in dumpster, and there will be nobody to rescue you. 4 years ago, and for me, I don't care. George Weah does not have to be president for me to survive in Liberia. So I don't need Weah to be president for me to survive. I don't. That's why let me talk for myself. Austin Kawa, I am not one of those on the list wishing for George Weah to be president for me to be her or for me to become minister. I'm not on that list. Or for me to survive. No. George Weah does not have to be minister, does not have to be president for me to survive. If it is just about survivability, then Mr. Weah does not have to be president. Because even Mr. Weah, is aware that he does not have to be president to survive. So this is no Weah thing. This is Liberia's thing. Because it is possible that in 2029, the voters could reject Weah and reject Joe Barker and go for Cummings. What happens to Liberia? You think we bring on board, we pay Joe Barker, we pay Joe Barker ice cream when he has disrespected Cummings and continues to disrespect Cummings? Do you think so? That's not possible. We have to be sophisticated enough and conscious enough to read the future, at times to predict some of these things, judging from past experiences. Taking people, it's joy indictment. No evidence. All a perception. Perception. Using perception to draw up indictment against people. Look at what they did to Ubuti. But Ubuti, I want to talk about him. Yeah, I get that for him. Anything they want to do him, let's do it to him. Anything they want to do to Ubuti, I'm putting my money now. I'm putting my money now. And Ubuti want me to put my money now. In the counter the station, you pay money. Or we do PR for him. I'm putting my money now. And I know what I'm saying. I'm not putting my money. Because some of these people, they don't listen. And they forget to know that when push comes to shove, the people they decide to listen to, those people will not be there with them. Those people will not be there with them. That's why at times it's good to listen to people, especially certain people who will not come around you because of what you have. Most of the security people, then you see them coming around, all the business people, that because of money business. That's nothing. When they're in a trouble, push comes to shove, there's a real political fight, these security people will not protect you. They will scheme on you. They will lie to you. They will mislead you. Security man ain't got loyalty to one person. Security man loyalty is to the power that be. Security man's loyalty is to the power that be. Anybody that is in power, that security person will pay loyalty to that person. For them, their training is you are trained to serve the state. So they can high on that perception and just eat everybody and bring everybody. When you're not in power, the man serve with you, they eat you. When you're not in power, they deal with you. That's how the men are looking. The very people who are orchestrating things against these people today, those are people who were eating them before. But like I said, John, you would enjoy one or say like anything you want to do, laugh like business. What is that one? put my more inside A will be against him. But my mother is a the thing is I tell the people here take calls, man. I can't go home. Say my graduation on Friday. I won't be talking plenty. I can't go home. Yes, but in all fairness, there will be a serious tension here in 2029. Live bullets will be discharged at political groups. The fight, the battle for power in this country in 2029 will be extremely personal, personally driven. People will target people individually, directly. Lives will be threatened. Lives will be targeted. From what I'm seeing, it's going to be bloody. These are all political prophecies. You record them. From what I'm seeing, it's going to be bloody in 2029. Because Mr. Bwaka and his UP folks are setting the stage for real political war that will not compromise friendship, that will not compromise anything on friendship. Real political war that will not consider friendship or relationship. That's the standard that Bwaka is setting. And if people, investors, our partners are not, if they do not intervene, whether diplomatically or directly, trust me, Liberia will be another East Africa in 2029. And there will be men and women who will be willing to resist it, to resist any threat, resist any attack from Joe Bwaka, a den of criminals and killers in 2029. Because this election will be won on fairness. The space will be free. The election process will be transparent. It will be open. And we shall put and insist on accountability. So my advice or caution to the UP folks is to focus your attention on governance. Lead by example. Yes, 2029, you're wasting your time. It means you have to buy more bullets because there will be many human beings going to the polls to register. So the numbers will increase. And you will get started shooting. And be careful for the citizens not to override your armory. Because you will be the victim. 0776 104 104 0886 104 500 104. Again, 0776 104 104 0886 500 104. These are the numbers to call to join the show tonight. Let's talk. Good evening to you.
Yeah.
Hello, let's hear you.
Hello.
How are you, Mama?
Calling from Clarota, Ifeanyi Njere is my name.
Okay.
Austin, thank you. God bless you. God know the reason why your parents are born your color. They see cause any human being and follow in a country. They say they don't go. But they not know nothing. Nothing they know. Their parents they get paid out $2 nothing. Even with the old man, they not go to school, we get first more than they. God bless you. Those people, they're not focusing on the brain, but on issue that is so able. They explain. Say, Joe, we are not doing nothing in the country. They're the one who will do better more than Joe, we are. But they're not doing nothing. You're like, only Joe, we are. Meaning they're caring. They're wishing for somebody to die. But they're able to control trouble. They said they were able. But every day you can be able to understand that they will not lie to us. They were on something. Yeah? They create the poor. that they want happy the job. I see some of my friend they telling me, oh, if you know that they think you're happy, you believe it or you not believe it. I say, I not believe it because my blood come on is not liar. He can't lie. The man always say the truth. So when listen to your Austin Kawa, let God bless you. All of you are only station. Let God open door for you and give you more knowledge. Thank you. Good evening.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Next person, let's hear you. Let's talk to that person from that side, and then we'll come on this side to talk. Yeah. What to do? Let's take this person. Good evening to you. Hello, you are live on the show. Let's hear you. I'm on your phone.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You just like took my mind. And there's a harsh reality. We are protecting. We don't want to. But that's the reality. I like the way you put it. If we are not careful, that's like put it now with the tension of people building. If you try to go anywhere contrary to what you do, like that's why you say if you're not going to interfere, will be anybody else. That's the reality. Where you see the tension they are building.
Yeah.
Because God will already be there, and then maybe they will want on our hands to say they want to do anything different. And other people this it will lead to another thing. So we as a citizen, we need to come together and see how we can see our way.
Thank you very much. Next person, go ahead. Good evening to you. My man, this is Freedom Hard Talk. You gotta talk hard. Let people hear you.
Yeah, I'm saying good evening, Austin Kawa, and good evening to the lovely people of Liberia. My name is George, and I call you from 24 this evening.
Go ahead, George.
Yeah, thank you ever so much for your topic on the discussion because you have spoke with so much wisdom this evening. But what is confusing me about this government, the particular government, people that of course they will just come to the public to speak only to impress their partisans, not the public, the party. The people want to speak to impress their partisans because they feel this is how they think the power through life, deceit, and that's effective politics they think. And that's the issue to power. Yes, we agree. But the NSA project today that they're bragging on. Back then, the people have too much problem with the CDC. That through the NSA, the CDC, judges are taking money, passing it to CDC, but today the NSA project has increased to 21 million. What they're doing is to build a party headquarters. They are not there. We're not together. We know everything. We know their tactics.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's talk to somebody else. Good evening to you. Please go ahead.
Yeah, so during this is Brother Benigo and then what I'm going from Bananzero Estate. Thank you so much for the show. The show is very creative. But see, government until the least power it remains as government. So anyone that does anything within the government, this is what some of us we've been praying that Liberia should be able to establish an only thing is after someone less or least power. Because some of these things, people feel all of live such life and they went free. So John did it and nothing can have I will do mine. When we continue living with this deception, it will not help us. But whatever a man does, he lives after them. As you were saying, God is sure, he's slow, but he never too late. Let our brethren be very careful because many Liberians are trying to go on a daily basis for the peace and the sake of the country's safety. So, thank you, and the call I will call, please restrict them because until their time is over.
Oh no! Once you call the only time you hear me cutting somebody off on this line and let the person call to be rude. That's all. Once the person is not rude, I'm open to disagreement. Trust me.
Yeah. It's not bad, but after all, it's still our government until they leave. So a good citizen always remain patriot and seek the goal of their country until the bad person leaves.
Thank you. You are right. Hello, let's hear you.
Hello?
Please go ahead.
Yeah, my brother, I thank you so much, man. I thank you for the Latin, like, I thank you for making us to know what are happening. You see, our president, George Bianca, you will live long. All these things happening and showing that you will live long and get many, many more years to come. Yeah, but as for Waka and his team, these men, my man, what will beat them, what will spend, they're doing the wrong thing, you've seen it clear, the reality. So apart from them going to jail, they will get cash to and for them. The real, you see them doing it, they never go black for how to call it from market. They don't have nothing, just get for them, get in their glass, they will sell it in their glass, they will put you over, they will start telling it in their glass. Can you imagine it? That's one traffic. That's for 6 hours, and it's just 4 to 5 hours traffic to come on there today. You see all you see there? The man just taking it going ahead. So yeah, thank you, brother. God will bless you. Thank you for the show. Thank you so much.
Amen. Let's take somebody from this side. Let me see. Yeah, we still have time to take more calls. So I'll take calls from here. You'll have to be patient when you're calling because. Good evening to you.
I'm Pedro Freeman. I'm joining you from Boston.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to say big congratulations first for the hard job, good work done.
Thank you.
So the issue is simple. As you were saying, relative to the upcoming election in 2029, to set it all. The fact of the matter remains we will resist with our sweat and blood for everything that we have in our power as opposition bloc. Maybe the CDC is coming around to protect our food. John Yumagwaga and his overall data must not feel that Liberia is also there or in their farm. You know, the hearing of Minister, or the first farm minister actually is in plain. But nevertheless, we will stay hold fast and then listen to them. Anytime he's ready, he's always ready to enter. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you very much. Welcome always. Let's talk to somebody from line 2. Okay. Good evening to you. Go ahead, General.
Thank you. The public, this is my city on the land from Clarendon. No, what I want to say is let's walk for Clapati. I know Clapati.
And now you're global man. Who's spoiling your name?
Yeah, I want global man. I see the government in this country. Mama Liberia. Don't go make a play with me. They say, oh, good. I see the good thing there. So I'm asking now, Austin. They all put the salary get 2.2 billion on water. Automatic salary here. If people are the pension, they buy for the pension money. They put it Martin, I want to. They put it for the office. Because you know that they put it in there. See, guys, for that area. Nothing when I give. He's able to go for something. Say that they are putting all the people there. And other university people, they will solve it. So they say, oh, what is that to this to the country? I'm looking at money to fall in here. Corporate issues. He came out and nothing. The way they people outside. But yeah, the budget. What they put there for him as a recovery. Useless. I was in my life. Very useless. And then yeah, you see as later on that something on the and there. Look, I say thank you, my child. What I want to say to you.
Welcome, CC. Thanks for joining us. Let's talk to somebody else. Yes, we still have time to take more calls. Good evening to you. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Kawa. Let me say congratulations to you in your France.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
Yeah. My name is Otis Bagre. I do join you from Montana Street. My issue has been joined to the budget. The people are putting more money in the budget for themselves. And leaving out the Liberian people, then they are all bragging around with 1.2 billion. What is in the 1.2 billion for the Liberian people? But the legislature, all the
Thank you very much. Next person, who is that? Who is this person that is available? Let's talk to this person from here. Good evening to you. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
This is the voice of the common people chairman. I'm the CDS side. I joined from Falkland District. Okay, I don't know. Somewhere we are bankers. I don't know for what reason. You see what this people doing to us? Mr. Boakai and his group, they prepare a budget by reading social media with it, claiming that they have prepared the biggest budget ever in the history of Latino. Granted. But common men and me representing the common people, what is there for me? Common people, have we seen in that budget the people place all an unnecessary budget line? There was a line there for insurance for their car. Meaning they would pay myself road that when a car passes on the bar room when it's full, they carry it to the best garage in town to fix it. You see what is going on? In Liberia, we are sitting. I've said this and I will say again. Joseph Boakai and a group of gangsters are not there for the full movement of Liberia. The sooner we activate Article 1 of our Constitution and get these gangsters out of town, the better it is for Liberia. Until we can do that, if we sit and say we're waiting for 2029 will be late for us because this president is just signing all kind of deal, whether with saloon criminal, whether with Indian criminal in Metasile. Look at the deal of Aslo Meta. See what is going on. Liberia, we need to stand up. If we cannot stand up to this government, to these criminals, what they will do to us, what they will commit this country into, the consequences will not stop at 2029. There will be a wide range of consequences that may even carry on into 50 years before we can recover. I think we can see what is happening at the ATM terminal in Freeport. Freeport, you bring your goods, no way for you. And they are increased taxes, and they have brought this budget, and another thing they have brought is increased taxes so that you and I, the common people, we can be able to pay for their 1.2, whatsoever they claim that they have built a budget around. You and myself are going to pay for it. We will ride our backs, we will sell our market, they will tax all high, and the moment they are taxing those bigger or business more high, we are the one who will see the total that effect because the business will not pay it.
Thank you.
You and myself will go to buy on the market. We are the one who are going to see the things we will pay for whatever they are doing. So thank you for giving me the time.
Thank you very much. We'll take 2 more calls and then we go home tonight on the show. Beginning with this person, 2 more calls, we go home. Good evening to you. Let's hear you quickly.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm okay.
My name is Rachel Person. I'm calling from Bombay.
Okay, Richard.
Yeah, I want to tell you also, because like when people say you can get up or put up because you can't get what to do. Or I will tell them you can't get what to do. Or I want you can't only show that you just hit the point, you listen will up. When we discuss about the country, because people say that the country, that the fans, so they want something to endure. So I beg you, please, either you choose like 3 days in a week or 2 days in a week for the talk show. Because we get some story and we want to talk. During the election, the kingdom, took over our president from the first demonstration up to now. Our president in Kingdom recently came to Monrovia. So I just want to story there when you let it go air at the one explain. But the time can be there because you can be rushing for the show to come. So I beg you, please, when either you choose or you choose day, so we already discussed it like your issue. So maybe working for half on his video, maybe our thought was heard.
Okay, so what we'll do, I will take your recommendation. This time we'll be starting the show with you. Because since the show starts at 8 o'clock, we just allow you to talk about everything you experience through the day, what's on your mind, and maybe we start the show with you, and then for 30 minutes we take calls on you, what happened in your community, what you experienced today, what you saw, and all of that. Then we move into our main discussion. I think we'll do it like that. I will discuss that with management. Go ahead, my dear brother. You are the last caller tonight.
Okay, Austin, thank you very much. This is GT Warrior calling from Canada. I appreciate it. And Austin, congratulations, my friend.
Thank you, my brother.
And yeah, thank you very much. Austin, thank you for today's topic again. No, Austin, I don't understand. I have the question for the Liberian people. Did President Baga really come to rescue Liberia?
I beg you. I will answer that question for Liberians. That probably was broke, poor, living alone, struggling, hungry, and he needed power to rescue himself and his family. And Katumu, who were frying paper kala in the yard and roasting cassava.
No, that one, that's the fact, Austin.
So he didn't come to rescue us.
Let's talk about the facts. 2024, President Baga budget for $1.7 million. President Baga spent $2.2 million. That is about $487,000 extra. Where did that money go? Is it corruption or is it mismanagement?
Yeah, they can't remember. They can't money was not in the budget now. So when they decide to change the fleet, they have to go for the money. Exactly. The money.
Exactly. And again, 2025 budget, President Baga budget increased 100% from 1.7 going to $3.4 million. That is 100% increasement in just 1 year time. Then when we add the two budgets from 2024 to 2025, President Baga has spent $5.8 million. The mayor
and I want the record. I get the money on the record he spent. So the money that was in the budget, I the budget, the one we see in the budget, that one he spent when he said. The one outside the budget, we see that one here. We put the $500,000 that was used to upgrade his home and all of that. We put the one that used to buy vehicle, NASCAR bought vehicle. We put the horse in ball. Thank you. We put that one there, yo.
We ain't put the man all the men small point there, like plugging a thing around. We ain't all I wanted it. The man ready to do. I don't understand, yeah. And the question is for the Liberian because right now, no job. Job is scarce on the market. Civil service still struggling. I don't understand what they fucking do. For me, I when you know somebody for a while, every day I listen to all the people that come to radio, you're informed because you're being in that country for a long time. You know what's going on. You pass through different government. You read the issue. You follow the thing. You know. So now when you see something from far off, you can know.
Oh, yeah.
They get certain people that can recognize the drifter. As not they see them, they identify in the room. They rather see it. When people rather talk, say, "Oh, let me hit that man. Let me hit that man." But they may already know how they play with him. Like how we know how President Baga playing with him. President Baga is an imposter. He's not an agriculturalist where he been running around with him.
They say he used to fail in school. He fail you.
No, the man. Look, I know people that went to President Baga high school together. Like people that know that knowing, like ask the people that do, they will tell you. President Baga always a slow man more a minute.
Time of course, is it time of course?
I tell you, we do research on the
man. It's a time of course. In CWA, Papa can go do janitor work. Why come people? We carry the dead outside. Say, oh, you need the ball. You know the ball. The ball at janitor, and you have to Oscar for your money. So you're leaving. Okay.
Also, our country, Liberia. Look at Liberia as a whole. We're not that kind of people. We are radical people. Then. We're not gonna put our go somewhere. Then you trying to see how they trying to blame. No. We adapt. On go somewhere, make things happen. But aside from Liberia, those people that voted and support President Baga, they don't want to carry the country back to today. But we'll continue to pray for them.
I mean, I will link you. I don't know which part of Canada you live, but I will link you to my older brother. Ontario, right?
Are you Ontario, Austin? But call me, take my number down, then give me a call.
Yeah, I will link you to my brother. I got one brother, Abraham Kawa in Canada. He's my older brother.
Oh, okay. No, are you Ontario? So once you're in the Ontario area and thing, you can link me. You can link me there anytime. GT, a lot of people know the name.
But I will call you. I will call you after the show.
Okay, please do that. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you to all of you who call in and watch the show and listen to the show. Christian Davis, Naomi 40, my mother's son, you joined the show lately. Yankee Johnson, Gloria Hawaii Morris, Josephine Cambia says, congratulations, son. May God bless and protect you and your families. Amen, 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 amen. Thank you, thank you. So, tomorrow is Wednesday. Like I said, I have a program tomorrow about 8, but I will see what to do. Yeah, I think I want to work. I want to work tomorrow and work Thursday. I don't want to take a break, so I will try to do that. Okay, so let's take. We have to go, man. Takunji, we have to lead us home or take us home tonight.
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your slumber. Stop sleeping. Whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your...
So until tomorrow, when we shall see by God's grace.
Okay, let's go.
You do have yourselves pleasant moments in your respective areas. My name is Austin Kawa. Bye bye, bye bye. Good night, good night, good night. Good night to all of you.